So Windows 10 was released, and I want to give you my first impressions of it. And it was just released today, and I just installed a fresh install here, so I haven't altered it other than applying Google Chrome in it. So the first thing I want to show you is the Start menu, because that's the biggest return difference between Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1.1, and Windows 10 here. So this is the Start menu, and you'll see there's live tiles here, and a lot of the stuff is familiar to us from Windows 7. And again, they actually skipped the naming convention of Windows 9 and just went straight to Windows 10 here. So this was actually just announced today, October 1st, 2014. So you'll see here, there's your typical stuff. Let me open up a couple of things here so you can see. So you'll notice that the graphics are a little bit smoother and softer, and there is some type of gradient on it in the borders when you actually have it in focus. So one of the newer aspects is this task view. So if I click on this task view, you'll see it's the Windows. This is the same as the Alt tab or Windows tab. So if I do Windows tab here with the keys, another feature that I was a little bit fairly surprised about was this virtual desktop. You can add a virtual desktop here. So when I go into the task view by clicking here and doing add a desktop, you see I could add an extra desktop here. So if I click here, this is an extra desktop. So if I open up, say, Chrome here, it'll reside on a different desktop than the desktop that I had by default. So if you notice, if I go back to the task view, and I have two desktops here. So this is the first desktop where I open the calculator and a lot of the Windows Explorer stuff. And if I go back to the task view, so this is your virtual desktop that was very popular in the Windows XP, Windows 95 days, and maybe even back in the Windows 7 days, where you actually had to buy an extra enhancement software to actually provide you with these desktops, with these virtual desktops, and now you kind of get it for free within Windows 10. But for the most part, everything seems like it's fairly the same. If I go to apps here, this is your familiar apps menu. So I don't think there's anything more else that I can add to this, because it is fairly familiar. Again, the graphics are a little bit smoother, a lot better. The install is the same as with Windows 7 and Windows 8, in that you just pick your location, you pick your partition, and it just installs. So with minimal setup, what else? That's really it. Let me show you the Start menu again, and here there's a search. The search is also here, and you'll notice there's the power button here now. So you could at least shut down here. Now if I go back to the corner here, it doesn't activate anything, unlike Windows 8. So they sort of got rid of that aspect. This still, the bottom corner here still clears out some of the windows. So if I go here, it still clears. It still toggles back and forth between clearing out the windows and making the windows appear again. Now, if I think that's really it. That's really what I noticed in my first impressions. There is still these applications. So if I go back, you could see these applications still exist, but for the most part, that's really it. You could also download this and become kind of like a tester or a partner, and download what they call the Windows Technical Preview version. So, all right, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye bye.